Truly my soul finds rest in God. My salvation comes from Him. Truly He is my rock and my salvation. He is my fortress. I will never be shaken. Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Grab your gloves. The ideas are flowing, and you already know there's probably going to be a little chaos. I'm Tammy. Let's make something beautiful. Bond Craftor sent me this beautiful mold. It's one of their handmade diamond molds. This is the top. Look at those houses built by rhinestones. Isn't that cute inside of this lid? Then inside of this lid, I've already painted it. It's the same houses, which are bigger, that's in the lid in the bottom of the dish. I thought that was very unique and beautiful. Now I need to clean it up a little bit, but I wanted to save that to show you that I'm not going to put alcohol in my mold. What I'm going to do to clean it up is this is water. I'm just going to spritz a little bit of water, just a little bit, not a lot. I'm not soaking that Q-tip in water. And I'm just going to take that water and clean it up. And that way I'm not drying my mold out with alcohol. And it cleans it up perfectly. But you cannot leave water inside of that mold. If you do, when the resin's poured in there, it's not going to cure because resin does not like water. But I just wanted to show you how I'm going to clean it up. But I'm going to paint some of this in with you so you can see what I'm using and how I'm using it. Now this one was easier to do because the rhinestones are bigger. But this one's a little bit smaller. So I'm just going to take this little brush right here. And I want all of the houses to be different colors, just like I did these. The roof and the house are all different colors. Now what I'm using are from Temu. I got these a couple of years ago off of Temu. I don't know if they still carry them or not. And they don't have a name on them. They only have numbers and letters. So I'm going to go through, and I can't put the sponge in this little area because it's too chunky, too big. It'll go all over the place. So I'm going to take the lid here is where you get extra powder from to refill your sponge. So I'm just going to dip my brush down in there and get the powder out onto my little brush here. Just like that. And I'm going to brush in what I want down here. Just like that. And I'm going to use these little micro brushes to clean up in here. Just like that. This is a dry one. Just going behind it with a dry one. Now I'm going to clean my brush off. And then I'm going to get me a different color. Let's get this red. This beautiful, lush red. And we're going to make the top of the house. Not the roof, but the top portion of our house red. Just like that. Then for that very top, I'm going to go back to that blue color that I had. We're just going to get the roof of our house. Just like that. Now I'm going to go through and finish these while I bop you on a time lapse. And it's going to make the video go a little bit faster. But you'll still see what I'm doing. It'll just be in fast mode. That way we can get through this in a timely manner. All right, I'll meet you on the other side. And I use some of these little tiny brushes. I get them off of Amazon. And I just went right in the little areas there. Done my cleanup. And there it is. Now, I want to pour my new shaker mold. This is the Texas State, and it is a shaker. I purchased it from Etsy. And I want to use my new sushi roll by Eye Candy that I got in Happy Mail. I don't know who sent me this because it wasn't a ticket inside. But if I find out before the video streams, I'll put it up here and a huge thank you with it. I can't wait to use this and see what it looks like. And this right here was not cheap. This is the really big container. It's 25 grams. That's a lot. So I'm really excited to use this. So we're going to pour this today too. All right, I'm going to mix up some epoxy resin. I'm going to be using the Bond Craftor epoxy resin. This is my go-to resin. If you haven't tried it yet, I'll drop the link down below and have a discount code to save you some money. I'll bop it up here, and you really should give it a go. I think you're really going to love it. We're going to pour our jar in my Octopus Fluid Ink by from Laura's Art Corner. And it's a Midnight, the color we're going to use. We're going to keep it transparent, but we're going to keep it dark. I think it'll really make those rhinestones pop and really bring our houses out. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking we should also put a color in the edging right there. And then in this one too. But I've already got the resin on the turner, so I don't know if we'll have time to brush it in or not. Let's try this copper color. Or the bronze. Let's do the bronze. Oh, goodness. I don't know if we're going to have time to do this. I probably should just do it in another box. But we're going to go for it. All right, I've finished it, brushing all of it in. And we're not going to worry about, you know, some of it flew a little bit down there. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to be picky about it. We'll just leave it where it's at. But what I do want is to control the color. So I'm not sure how much this will hold. This is 6 ounces in that cup. So let's go ahead and tint our resin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll see where that gets us. 5 drops. Okay, we're going to go darker than that. I added 4 more drops, so that's a total of 9 drops. And I like that color. Yes, I think we're going to stick with that. But it's going to get lighter when it goes down in there. So let's do 2 more. 2 more drops. So that's a total of 11 drops for 6 ounces. But I've never poured this mold before, so I don't know what it's going to hold. Okay. Let's go ahead and pour the top. Oh, that color's perfect. All right, I'm going to stop right there. Now we're going to pour I'm going to pour on the top and let it flow down to the bottom. Look at that. It holds 6 ounces. That fills the lid and the bottom up. 6 ounces. Yep. So I'm just going to take this little tool right here, and I'm going to make sure I don't have any big bubbles. See, there's a big bubble that just came out. You don't want to be raking in there, though. I'm just kind of weaving in and out a little bit. Try not to touch the mold where the color is at. Okay, that looks good. And I don't think we need to do it here. Yeah. We don't need to run it through that rim. It's going in my pressure pot, so. Are you ready to demold our cat box from Bond Craftor? Now, here's a good teaching moment. So, for my friends that have recently purchased a pressure pot, this is for you. The reason let's say I pulled this out of the pressure pot and I wanted to top coat it because it's not filled all the way. No, 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 no. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure you take it out of the mold if you're going to do that. Don't do it in the mold. It's going to mess your whole piece up. And let me tell you why. I didn't pull this any way, shape, or form when I got it out of my pressure pot. All I done was release the pressure on my pot. When that happened, it released from the mold a little bit on its own because that's how much pressure is inside that pot. So now if I was to pour resin over this, I wish I could just go ahead and do it and show you what's going to happen, but I'll do it one day and show you. But you can clearly see where it's released at. Where the diamonds are sparkling at, that's where it's released in the mold on the other side. So if I was to pour resin in here, the bubbles, when the resin would seep down and try to fill in those air pockets. It's going to try to make its way to those air pocket holes. And what that's going to cause is bubbles to continue to pop up on your piece. And no matter how hard you try to pop every one of them, it's not going to happen. It's going to mess your piece up because they're going to keep rising and keep rising. So I wanted to share that with you. Don't mess a beautiful piece up like I did doing that. I've got a lot of experience in with my pressure pot. So I just wanted to share that with you. And maybe it will save you down the road. All right, let's get this piece out. I hope that was a good call, brushing in that area on our piece here. I don't know, so I hope it was. Now let's get this out. And now I'm going to push up from the bottom and release it. Sorry, I had to put it up against me a little bit to get underneath there. And our colorants stained our mold. Isn't that crazy how sometimes they do that? Okay. Wow. That is so pretty. Oh my goodness, that is so pretty. Look at that. Yes, I'm glad I brushed it in. Now it matches perfectly. I'm glad I didn't brush that part in now. That is gorgeous. I absolutely love that. Look, all around it are the houses. But I'm glad I left those clear. And they have a little bit of this color, you know, flying around in there, which makes it beautiful. It'll catch your eye every now and again. That is very pretty. I love how they built little houses with those rhinestones. That is very neat. I've never seen that before. Maybe you have. I haven't. Okay, let's get our extras out. Let's see how our sushi roll by Eye Candy looks. Oh, that was just the right amount of glitter, wasn't it? It didn't take over. It's like it just laid down nicely and spread itself out. Beautiful. That color is gorgeous. I love it. Now I got to fill the shaker up and put an acetate sheet over it. And put a little hole in. I don't know, I might make this one a refrigerator magnet. Yeah. I also had enough to make a turtle. I put the light pink shell glass glitter from Laura's Art Corner down on my turtle first in some clear resin, and then I backed it with the sushi roll. And that's how it turned out. I think that's pretty. Isn't that pretty? And then here's the shell for our turtle. Just put it on there like that. We got to fill him first. And then I made, this is my new mold, so let's see how it turned out. I don't know if I'm going to like it or not, so let's demold it together and find out. Uh-oh, I got bubbles all in it. Crap. Look at that. I'm going to have to make this and put it in the pressure pot. Yep. I don't know if my bow turned out or not. Let's see. Nope, I got a hole in it too. Yep, I didn't put enough resin down here. And I got a little bubble right there. But I'm very happy with how it turned out. It's beautiful. I love it. And it can be like a little candle holder or a little dish. It's really cute. So I'm going to pour this one again and see if I can get it right this time. It shouldn't be that hard. But I know what I done. I took this tool right here and I kept going up in there trying to make sure there were no bubbles. And I guess I forgot probably from here to here. And I didn't get enough resin up in there. That has to be what happened. Yep. But this time when I make it, I think I might put some little pearls in those little sections there. And see how that turns out. I don't know, but it is really pretty, isn't it? I love it. I don't know what I'm going to use it for yet, but I have an idea for an upcoming project. So hopefully this will work out in it. Next I have, oh, I wanted to show you this. You remember this cluster that I made? Well, this is a turtle that I made. And I like to set both of them on my table over there. And I was setting this up one day cleaning, and I just happened to put this on top of that right there. And look how that sets. It is so pretty like that. I thought that was gorgeous. So now that's how I set it up there on my table. See? Isn't that beautiful? Sometimes the little accidents that happen brings forth a beautiful piece. Let's demold this cute little box right here. I love this little box. Y'all know I like tiny things. And I'm thinking about remaking this little box and design one myself. I don't know how I want to design it yet, but I'm going to glue something all around it. It's hard to get up in this little area right here. But once you get it started, you're good to go. I hope I didn't get any bubbles in there. Doesn't look like I did. Yeah, I didn't get any bubbles. That's a good thing. And that's the bottom. Isn't that the cutest little box? I just love it. Absolutely love it. This is the sushi roll. It's what we had left over. And I added that glitter to it. I think it turned out so cute. And then, you're never going to guess what I made. I made this cute little bracelet, bangle bracelet, for this little girl at church. She said she likes pink and unicorns. Her grandpa is raising her. I don't think her parents are in a very good place right now in their life. And I hope that they will find their way eventually. I have faith that they will. But thank God they have the grandfather that they do. He's so good to them. But I made this for her. And I'm going to make her a few of them so she can put them on her little wrist there. And they can just clackle and clackle together. When I was a little girl, I loved to hear high heels clacking on the floor. And I loved to hear bangle bracelets just clacking on my wrist. And as I grew up into an adult, it stayed with me. I still love the sound of bracelets clacking together and the sound of high heels on the floor. So let's get this out and see what it looks like. I'm going to make her 2 more though. It's still a little soft. But I put some unicorns in there. And some different color pink glitters and stuff. I think it turned out really cute. What do you think? So I'm going to make her a few more. I have some more bangle molds, but I don't know where they're at. I'm going to have to find them. Would y'all like to... I was looking on Amazon, and I found some acrylic bracelets. I'll throw them up here. And I thought about making a mold out of them. Would you like that? Let me know in the comment section below. And then these are some other ones that I made. Since I had extra resin left over, I thought I'd just make me some while I was at it. I was getting all of the resin pieces off the top of my bangles there, so they come out clean and not with resin on them. And then I made some more beads, but there's resin on the top of those. And I want to share another way with you to get those resin pieces off the top. A lint roller. Just take your lint roller, brush it right across the top. And it'll clean your whole mold. Bottom, top, sides, everywhere. And then there's all the trash. But I'm going to use this a little bit more before I take it off. But that's another way you can clean the top of your pieces. And clean your trays and everything as a lint roller. I use tape and I use lint rollers. I haven't used lint rollers in a while though, because really I was out of them. And I found a good price on a couple of rolls together, so I purchased them. It's really what's on sale is what I go after. Alright, let's demold these right quick. Now, I was trying to hurry with these. I don't know what they look like because my resin was getting really hot on me. So, I don't know what we're looking like. It's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty. So there's that one. And I used my octopus inks from Laura's Art Corner to make these two. I don't like that one. Nope, I don't like it. I was trying to hurry and I was dumping all kinds of stuff in it. Yep, I don't like this one. Me don't like it, that one. Nope. Let's see what this one looks like. This one's cute. Yeah, I don't like the green, but I like this one. It's cute. I think I should have left the glitter out maybe. Or put more in. I don't know. It just looks off. I don't know. Something about it just isn't checking a box for me somewhere. But let me know your thoughts on them. And what would you have done differently? Okay, we have the beads to demold and then we'll be finished. I made these molds myself. Made them out of glass beads that I had. So let's get them out and see what they look like. I'm starting a little bead collection here, so I'm just going to put them in my little bead collection. And I push up from the bottom and pull from the top. Oh, that turned out beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Look at that glitter. Isn't that beautiful? I mixed 2 different colors together to get that of Laura's glitters, the reflection glitters. And while I was making this bracelet here for my friend at church, I thought, well, I'll throw in some of the unicorns in that bead. I've done the same thing on this one. They're just different color unicorns. Gorgeous beads, aren't they? So pretty. I love them. And that's all we have in that one. Then I made 3 like tic-tac-toe. I won. And once again, I'm pushing from the bottom while I pull from the top. And there's that one. Really pretty. And there's that one. Turned out cute. We got one more. And I didn't have enough to fill it all. But that would be cute to add to a resin art piece. Let me show you. You could take this little bow box, and you could, since it's flat on the bottom, you could just add it to one of your pieces. And where the hole is at, you could put a diamond right there in the hole. Okay, this is what I mean by putting a diamond on that. Laura has these sparkle diamonds in all different colors in her shop. These are the only ones that I have. The gold, the blue, and the silver. But the gold would be perfect to add to the top of that. So that's another way you could create in your beads. See there? And now that closes that hole off. And then you could just add it to some of your resin pieces. And it would be very beautiful. So pour your bead halfway. And then it'll be flat and flush on the bottom. And you can add it to all kinds of things. So that's a super cute idea. We have reached the end, my friends. There were a lot of extras in today's video. I love this cute little box here. And I love the idea that I shared with you. If you have a half bead, just place it on your resin piece and throw a diamond right on the top of that hole. I can't get it in there right now, but you know what I mean. But I'm going to take this box here, and I'm going to create, I have an idea that I'm going to glue on this little trinket box, and then I'm going to make a mold out of it. And then I'll share it with you. I'm going to fill my shakers up, and I'll share those with you in another video. And I'm going to pour this again, and then I'll share that with you in another video. And then I'm going to make my little friend here 2 more bracelets to match this. They're going to be different shades of pink, so she can wear them together or separate, however she wants. I hope they fit her little wrist. That's the smallest one I have. And then let me know what you think about our beautiful cat box here. I think it turned out so gorgeous. It is absolutely amazing. I love how they built houses using rhinestones. This cat has a lot of houses to go to, doesn't it? Also, this trinket box will be in the giveaway. And I have people still asking how to enter the giveaway. It's very easy, my friend. All you do is comment in Friday's video. Please enter me into the giveaway. Every Friday, just comment. Please enter me into the giveaway. Unless you don't want to be entered that week. But that's how you enter. That's it. That's all you do. And I go and I make my list from everyone that's commented in Friday's video that'd like to be in the giveaway. So all my makes that's in that week, they're up for grabs. And I also throw in makes in the past. Whoever wins, I'll put it out on the table, everything they can pick or choose from. If you'd like to go grab this cute mold right here and create some of these beautiful cat trinket boxes yourself, I'll throw the link down below, and I have a discount code you can use while you're there to save you some money. I'll bop it up in one of the corners here. I also own, Bond Craftor has quite a few of these handmade molds on their website, and I own, I think, 4 of them. They sent me this one. The butterfly, we've created this together. The puzzle, heart-shaped puzzle mold. this will be our next video because I want to see if they really connect. So we're going to make 2 of them and try to connect them together. And then I own a conch shell handmade mold by Bond Craftor. I don't have it right now. I tried to find it, but I can't locate it. But I also own that one as well. And I'm very pleased with every one of them. I don't have anything negative to say about any of their handmade molds I've poured in. I wanted to show you this little coaster that I made my niece for her to set on her dresser to put her little rings and stuff on. Isn't it cute? I put a little necklace on her, some shades, lashes, a beautiful headband, and then her puffy ponytail is so cute. What do you think about it? Isn't that just the cutest? And it's about that time, my friends, for a sweet goodbye. And I will see you in the next video. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends.